Thank you everybody for attending our 2-day decorative concrete training. As we understand you are eating lunch currently, we wanted to make a video kind of going over the importance of marketing yourself in your local communities, things like that that's really going to help you take your business to the next level. It's imperative that marketing is approached proactively and with a fresh look. Conventional wisdom, people say that word of mouth is the best advertising, and although that is a very effective way of marketing and one that has worked in the past quite some time, in the new digital age there is a lot more effective ways to help you guys get your business up and running. So I'm with Kody today. Kody is the sales manager here. I'm sure you guys have met him today at some point. Just wanted to take a second to kind of give you guys some advice on how to start your business in terms of marketing. You guys are here obviously learning the necessary tools of how to execute floors, but you're not necessarily learning the importance of marketing, which is the most important function of any business if you want to be successful. So with that being said, the most effective form of marketing as we understand it today is there's two avenues. One of which would be social media outlets, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok is one that's actually becoming very popular. Another way is actually Google advertisements. So I'm gonna let Kody kind of talk about the social media aspect of things, and then I'll double back and kind of go over the Google advertisements and kind of educate you guys on the importance of those and why those things can make or break your year. So Kody's gonna go ahead and step in, talk about Facebook a little bit and how to effectively utilize that and help you guys grow your business.
Yeah, definitely. So your biggest friend, especially starting out, is being able to get what you do into in front of people's eyes and their minds as cheaply and as efficiently as possible. One of the best ways to actually start your business is to start off with like family and friends and stuff like that. If you market through Facebook, you already have a list of people that recurringly see your post. If you start posting about your business, it's a lot of people you know and trust already that are going to be asking you, oh well, how much does this cost? Would you like to do one for me? Stuff like that. So you have easy customers that are going to be more forgiving as you kind of start off. It's an easier sale. Obviously, call those people too. The nice thing about Facebook is people in your target demographic are going to be able to see what you do and ask about you quickly, easily, and everything like that. Another important tool with Facebook would be to utilize the marketplace. Different garage sale groups, buy sell trade groups, stuff like that in any surrounding cities is you can just post your work there and you will have hundreds of people reach out, ask about pricing, different stuff like that. So Facebook utilizes different algorithms to allow you to put your work and your advertisement in front of the people that you want to get in front of basically free. So that's really important, is to be able to cut down your costs in advertising. It used to be a very expensive avenue to actually market this way. Now you can do it for free. So that's really important. Utilize Facebook as much as possible and have volume. The more you post, the more people that are going to be able to see your posts. So follow that advice and your business is off to a great start.
Also kind of want to add on to that with Facebook being a very important tool. There's two things. Now, when you're making posts, it's important that you guys get competitive and you also get creative with these posts as well. If you're going to take a picture of a before and after of a flake floor, that's great starting out. But essentially over time, you're going to have to come up with more creative marketing campaigns to actually gain your community support and gain their interest. If you're only posting, hey, this is the concrete slab before, this is our garage before, this is our garage after, you can only post that so much to the point where it's going to lose its luster and no one's even going to bat an eyelash at it. So you need to come up with very creative marketing campaigns, whether that's interviewing your actual people that you did the floor for and having them give recommendations for you, also making unique videos. You can actually reach out to Fiverr, which is a free app to download, but people freelance work so they can make you some very professional videos for relatively inexpensive cost, just to go ahead and make yourself competitive, because a lot of people in your market who are doing what you're doing might not take the time to do that. So it'll further legitimize how you actually do your business and make you look way better than your competitors, which is very important. Another idea you can have is actually, if you listen to our podcast, Sell More Floors, we go over several different ways, but you can actually get into neighborhood communities, let everyone know in the community you'll be doing a floor on a specific day. They can actually come check out the floor if you get the okay with the person you're doing the floor for. Just interesting ways. So it's not a bad waste of time to sit down maybe an hour a week and just get deep in thought. How would you like to be approached if you were a customer? How would you like, what's going to grab your attention? If you take a picture of, a garage floor before and after, yeah, it's going to be very satisfying to see the transformation, but you can utilize time lapses on your phone, slow-mo videos when you're throwing flake, just all sorts of creative, unique ways to draw more attention to yourself and differentiate yourself, which is all in all what we're trying to do. Another point that I wanted to make is that when you are using Facebook, you're going to get a lot of messages where people ask you just bluntly, what is the cost per square foot, or how much for a 500 square foot garage? It's very important that you actually become good at getting over that obstacle and closing the deal in terms of getting there to do an on-site estimate. You are twice as likely to close the deal if you actually get out and do an on-site estimate. Like we talked about earlier in the training today, the scratch test kit, moisture vapor test kits, there's all sorts of opportunities there to differentiate yourself and make yourself look good when you're there. But if you just deliver a number online over the messaging app, you're not going to close those deals. People are just going to see them and they're just kicking buckets, wasting time, So go ahead and get good at saying, hey, look, my favorite talk track is, look, everyone's slab is completely different. I couldn't possibly give you a roundabout ballpark estimate. I need to actually see the concrete and to scratch the hardness of this concrete to see what tools I'm going to have to use, what profile I'm going to have to achieve, what cracks I'm going to have to repair. There's a lot of pertinent information that I need that I can't give you a number. If you'd be okay with me stopping over 10-15 minutes just to introduce myself and do a quick estimate, I could get you an on-site estimate where I'll actually deliver numbers while I'm out there. It's not a timely process. Because a lot of you guys know that if you're doing like drywall or painting, a lot of the guys will come out and make their measurements and then they'll email you they'll email you the estimate 2-3 days later. Just let them know, hey, I'm going to give you the estimate while I'm out there, but there's some things that I need to check out. So don't ever give numbers over the Messenger app because you're losing out on the opportunity to close a lot more deals. Show up to the estimate early, 5 minutes early, on time. You don't have to look, wearing a suit or anything like that, but just you're representing your company. So make sure that you go ahead and dress accordingly. You're punctual, professional, and you approach it the way that you would like to be approached in selling the job. So do you have anything to add on the social media aspect of it?
I would say, though, I think the most important point that you made that just kind of needs reiterated is to differentiate yourself. Your competition may not do what you do, and your customers are assuming you're going to Home Depot or Lowe's, buying a very cheap kit and painting their floor. So the more that you can educate, customers will always trust the educator. So make sure your posts are informative, and you actually show in detail what exactly you do and what makes you different. And then Cam's point to not just deliver numbers over Messenger is going to further differentiate yourself from your competition. All businesses is how can you be different than somebody doing what you do. Do that and you'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, so tying up with social media, if you guys say I'm not good with computers, it's not hard. My grandpa is 85 years old and he's active on Facebook. So you guys don't have any excuses. It's something that's very easy. You could learn with YouTube videos, things like that. But you could use Fiverr to make professional videos at a very affordable cost. And then also there's a free app called Canva. You can ask any of us, we could show you where it's at in the App Store. But Canva is a way that you can actually make professional marketing material for free. 100% free. They do have a premium membership where it gives you a lot more design options. But if you download the free version of Canva, that's also going to further differentiate yourself and make yourself look way more professional. And it's literally free, just like Facebook is. So get good at Facebook. You'll thank yourself later. You can run ads on Facebook as well, where you can actually set your geographic location, your demographic, everything like that. You're just going to have to play around with that and see what hits harder in your area. But those are some tools. But moving on from social media aspect would be the Google ads, unless you're good. You're good?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. So the Google ads is a relatively, it's a more advanced approach to the way you do business, and it's not necessarily the way that you're going to start out. You're going to grow your business with social media, and word of mouth is going to be how you're primarily going to get started. But when you guys get big enough, you have enough crews going, You guys are getting enough estimates, enough work, you're going to be running Google advertisements. So what Google advertisements is obviously Google. They have a system where businesses, when customers or any potential person online in your geographic area searches for epoxy installers, your name will be the first one that pops to the list. You can create it, tagline it, make it say whatever you want. But essentially the goal is whenever someone gets online to research who can install the epoxy garage floor, you want to be the first company that pops up when they search in your geographic area. Hugely advantageous. It legitimizes you, makes you look way better, and it's going to go ahead and further differentiate yourself. Google advertisements is something that you can do when you set up your Google business page, and you also can do a free online Google Ads certification course where you can sit down and they'll go over how the Google Ads bidding process works, how you can further make your post more effective, how you can check and see if it's getting the results that you want to do, a whole nother thing. So definitely take some time to, as your business grows, take a look at the Google advertisements, because that's just going to make you guys a lot more money, and it's going to make you a lot more business savvy, and it'll help you understand how to run your business effectively. So Google Ads, social media is going to be the biggest way of getting started. If you're not doing these two forms of marketing, you are not going to be as successful as you possibly can, not even close. This is the way to get you up and running, get that money coming in quickly as possible so we can make the money, hire more people, and take over your respective areas. So if you have any questions for us in regards to any of the free softwares that I talked about or any marketing campaigns, Caleb Hattery's our marketing expert here. He can help get you taken care of with how to do a not a Google ad, but a Facebook ad, how you'd run that in your respective area. Ask Kody, ask myself. We're pretty versed in that, and we've done it for quite some time. But if you take anything away from this training, take the tools that we teach you out on the training area, but also keep in mind that this is by far the most important bit of advice we can give you is to market, market, market. So you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I would say just to kind of piggyback on the Google ads, make sure you have a good landing page. All of your customers are going to do a little bit of research on you before they hand you any bit of money. So make sure you have a good amount of testimonials from customers who are happy with your work and a good landing page that's going to legitimize your business. This isn't a free form of advertising, so you are going to want to spend a little bit of money to make sure it's worth your while. If you're throwing money at the advertising and you don't have a good page for people to look at, it's going to be pretty ineffective. But the only other thing that I will add is, it's really exciting. You're launching a new business or you're adding a service to your existing business. Make sure you start marketing now. It's a big deal. You spend a lot of money to be here. You're learning a lot of new skills. Make an announcement. Start your advertising right now. That way when you get back, you have phone calls to answer. You have estimates to be on. You can start filling your calendar and hit the ground running when you want to, instead of just taking jobs as they come.
Absolutely. So guys, enjoy your food. We'll get back out there after you get finished up, and have a good day.